finding on the street, you're dealing directly with the homeowners, you got to have a system that's going to be able to pull comps for you. That's very important. Is you got to have a service that's going to be able to pull you. You're not going to be able to use the MLS because that's only for the real estate agent, but you got to have a system that's going to allow you to pull the comps. With our system inside in the maintenance, we use a system that we use that we're able to pull our comps. And these are not the free services out there that you don't have to pay a couple bucks for these things, but the power, when a homeowner calls me from a market system or things that they're doing, and they tell me about they give me their address of the property, well, I don't want to call up an agent and say, can you pull the comps for me? Remember, I just lost control. They're going to say, I get to you in 3 days or a day, or they haven't pulled the comp. I want to be able to keep that information, punch it in my computer, and boom, know exactly what I can sell this property for. So you're going to learn your value. You got to know your values. Once you understand your value. Now, didn't we just learn the values of that neighborhood earlier this morning? We knew that the houses that are sold for that can go from between $55,000 to $59,000. So once I know the values of that subdivision, if I drive around and I go into that subdivision and I see a for sale by owner, and I talk to the homeowner and I ask him how much he wants for the house, he tells me he wants $40,000, and I know it should be sold by $59,000. And I know the values, right? You know your values. Just by knowing those values, you don't have to go pull comps because you already know what those values are. So you got to be good at areas that you want to work in. And wholesaling is the key to your business. That is the key to your business, to build a successful business. You know what? I bought and sold within that 3-year time. I did over 700 houses, but 700 homes were not all buying and fixing up and retail inside. I mix it up. You got to have wholesale inventory and you got to have retail. Wholesale of the inventory, the quick money you get in today is the cash flow that pays your car, pays the house, and buys all the stuff that you need for your family. That's influx of cash that's coming in the day to build a business. And the big deals that you're taking, your houses that you sell on the back end, are the ones that you're going to make the big chunks of money that catapults your business to the next level. But you've got to have that influx of cash coming in, and that's what the wholesale side of the business is going to generate for you. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you how to be a master wholesaler, and after we come back from lunch, I'm going to tie it in. How do you flip 2 to 3, 3 to 5 deals a month, right? Don't you want to learn to do that with no credit needed? I'm going to teach you how to flip these kind of deals every single month and do them like clockwork, but have access to the great, tremendous amount of inventory. Wholesale first, retail second, I just said it, but one thing is, as a master wholesaler, you do 3 to 5 deals a month, and knows the power. To be an effective wholesaler, you're going to have to understand the power of advertising. The power of advertising. The power of advertising is where you're going to get your best deals and become a wholesaler. If you're not going to get into the arena of advertising, have different mechanisms of showing, I'm going to teach you, you're not going to be effective because you're not going to find the fresh leads that are going to generate the sweet buys so you can pass on these deals. So you got to understand the power of advertising on here. And because as a top wholesaler, a top master wholesaler, you have to understand that you make money when callers or sellers are calling you versus you tracking down sellers. See, a wholesaler does not track down sellers. Sellers track down the wholesaler to sell the house to. So you have to understand that that's how you become successful. And if you're not there yet, I'm going to teach you some other things that you utilize in the internet that doesn't take any money to become a wholesaler if you're using the internet systems. And the power of the internet is phenomenal, that you can do business all over the United States without being in your own marketplace. But you got to have callers calling you. And if you start your business, you have no money set aside for marketing, then what you'll do is just once you start making money in the business, set aside 10 and 15, 20%. Maybe your first deal you may set aside 50% of your profits, and then set up a marketing campaign the way I teach you, that we have influx of calls. Now, you don't take these calls. We have live operators do all this stuff. We got the scripts. They ask the homeowner, boom, they send me the email. I look at it, say, okay, this is a cash deal, it's a short sale deal, it's a subject-to deal, and we know what strategy to move into it. And we have buyers that buy our houses. I'm going to teach you how that buyer, so that way you work smarter, not harder. When you're doing this business, you're going to hold all the hats, but eventually you want to have other people do the buying for you. That way you're not out there looking at houses. They buy them. You pay no salaries. You want to buy, you pay them if you buy the property. And we're going to teach you how to set up that part of the business. Now, use other professionals for lead flow. Very important. Other professionals. Your wholesale deals are going to be coming from divorce attorneys. We have programs just set up divorce attorneys. Divorce attorneys are handling people who need to liquidate assets. Probate attorneys who are estates need to liquidate.